So I really enjoyed the movie. It was a lot more heartfelt in the third act than I would have expected. This final couple of minutes, and really, those two appearances that you're gonna have were really heartfelt too. I really felt like one character. You saw Falcon Winter Soldier. Yeah, I really felt like he should have been in the film. I'll say it. Winter Soldier should have been in the film more, um, if at all. You know what I'm trying to say. No spoilers, but people might complain not enough Red Hulk, but you can understand the budget. She-Hulk was like 250 million dollars to make, and so I'm still in the theater. So I'm gonna watch Captain America 2 again, just to clarify what I've seen. I saw it in IMAX. I'm just gonna see it in regular film. Anyway, I'm in AMC, so you can basically tell. One thing I'll say is, like, comparatively, you can't really put it on a scale of what you see in the MCU before. You haven't really seen anything like it because it's a political thriller into the subgenre. So people going like, "Oh, compared to this, compared to that," but it's uncomparable. And people might say this bad movie is because they might be comparing it to Captain America 3, Captain America 2. Like, even if it's a Captain America in the title, like, it's a different subgenre, different characters. Like, lower your expectations or just change them for this particular one because it's a different culture. It's a culture shock, and I think people might not be ready for some of the culture shock, but it's here now, and I think it's definitely was a very good film, objectively, from its own universe. Like, you can't really compare it to Guardians of the Galaxy or Shang-Chi, like, even if you wanted to. So I definitely feel like it'll hold up the test of time because it's going to be very underrated. Because if you look at what the film is, it's its own thing. It's very contained, but it explains a lot of the things that you wanted to hear from a Incredible Hulk, or from like the sequel, or Eternals 2, like Eternals, the first one with Tiamat. So that's really what it's going to explain, and in the future, with adamantium and stuff like that. But overall, I really feel like he holds his own. Like, he's not Steve Rogers that he doesn't have to be. I'm talking about Sam Wilson from Anthony Mackie's character. It's holding his own. But yeah, I do wish they used that same chemistry Sebastian Stan as Bucky had in this film, because let me tell you something. Like, him being in I definitely would have elevated it more. When this movie was being out, we expected him to be in the movie, even if he was going to be in Thunderbolts, but more. More Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, because you got to use whatever you can. The chemistry they had from that show into this film. But yeah, it was serviceable for real. The new Falcon by Ramirez. He was. I think that down in the beginning, I think some people might not resonate with that character. His motivation, or him being like very brash, but I'm saying it kind of leveled out in the second and third act. Pretty much all the scenes with Anthony Mackie exclusively in that third act, and that was like very heartfelt, which was very emotional. Really surprised me. So yeah, it's very 8.5 out of 10. I'm just gonna raise it up. I'm trying to racist people, trying to denote the movie. And the girl who's Israeli, I know you're anti-Zionist. I know she might have been in their military, whatever. She's kicking butt. Like, they really put her on the movie because she's kicking butt. So, listen, we can talk about anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism. I mean, it's not the same thing. But just watch the movie and stop having these preconceived notions about who people are. So, the actress, she did pretty well, too. Honestly, could they've done more, this and that? Like, comparatively, I don't really want it to be ultimate MCU every movie. I feel like what we needed was a detour. This was a detour into a more grounded, more ground level film. So yeah, just don't go in expecting Captain America 3 or 2. And this ain't the semi-Avengers movies. This is just a film to establish Sam Wilson as the Captain America. And there's no problem. And the Red Hulk was great. I think Harrison Ford, he had a big task just trying to elevate himself to be that guy that William Hurt built. William Hurt built that from the ground, but his passing was very unfortunate. And I think William Hurt would have brought that that stoicism, like that stoic, Stonewall face, and we would have been surprised when he shows emotion. Harrison Ford is very expressive. He's very, volatile, very emotional. But you can expect that. But for that Stonewall, for William Hurt, we wouldn't have expected it. So I think that either added or took away a different dimension for this film specifically because we connected with William Hurt. But gotta give Harrison Ford his flowers. It was amazing. He did what he could. So all in all, yeah. I mean, the Red Hulk was very satisfying. You couldn't see more of it because of the budget, and they saved a lot of money with that. With special effects, they saved a lot of money. And if people really paid attention, like, there's some deep stuff in there. Oh yeah, Lumbee, man, that was a great character, and actor played him, dude. Great work too. All right, peace.